We're going to let you in on a little secret. The best time to buy in Minnesota isn't the spring. I'm Brian. This is Josh with the Leonhardt Team at Coldwell Banker Realty. We've been real estate agents for over 20 years together, and we are going to go through the most important time to be looking for a home in the Minnesota market.
There's obviously 4 seasons in Minnesota. So you have, your spring market, which is the most concentrated time. There's the most listings on, the most buyer demand. Generally, that's what we see. That's why most builders do the parade of homes. So March is that parade of home season, kind of when the snow melts. That's when the spring market kind of picks up and then leads us into summer. Sometimes our summer years can be a little bit slower, especially around that 4th of July time period. And that will go generally until the state fair, which is odd to kind of think that way, but that's when school starts. Generally in Minnesota right after the state fair, and then that fall season of September, October, November, the market generally picks back up again. So you have a high concentration of listings and buyers back in the market, and then we obviously start to slow down back in the wintertime. So when are your best times, or when is the most inventory is available for to look at as a buyer is going to be your spring and fall generally is what we see. And then also that's when the most amount of sellers are out there. So there's lots of buyers, lots of sellers moving during those 2 time periods. And I know Brian, when he bought his last house, he actually did a smart thing, and it was wintertime and wasn't finding what he was looking for. But what did you do, Brian?
Yeah, so the best time to buy is really the wintertime. It's kind of the time when most people don't want to move. Nobody wants to pack up their stuff and move in -5-degree weather. And that's exactly the time, I think, to find a property. So what I did was I found a property that was listed on the market over the summertime, had a pool. They shut it down and canceled the property over the winter. So I found it as a canceled property, called them up, and was able to find that property and then sometime in January. So that secret spot there is really in those winter months. It's right now, to be honest with you.
When there's less inventory out there, a lot of buyers have left because this is snowbird season where people from Minnesota generally go south. So now all of a sudden you have less buyers out there, and it's a better opportunity.
If you can find that property in the winter, find it and buy it now, because that property is going to be more expensive when it comes to be the spring, and you're going to have more buyers out for that property. So those are some of the best tricks and tips for buying in the Minnesota market, which is highly cyclical. For more information like this, subscribe and follow this channel below.